6.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of Here's What's Wrong With You. My name is Aaron, and joining me is my brother. Did I say my name is Aaron?
Yeah, dummy. I thought you were doing that on purpose.
No, I'm really tired.
Fucking A.
My name is Brian, and joining me is my brother Aaron.
Well, I've been your brother my entire life, so I'm pretty tired as well.
What are you going to do? Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the new Batman, so there's going to be plenty of spoilers.
No, man, fuck off. I ain't seen that.
No, I'm just joking. I thought that would piss you off.
Just like the Riddler.
Plenty of spoilers. Guess what? Spoiler alert, he's Bruce Wayne, Batman. Sorry, I ruined it for you. But
Well, I've been reading interviews about the guy that played the Riddler and how messed up he was while he was doing it. He was just like, yeah, this role was terrible.
yeah, I don't know. Have you seen some of the other roles that guy's played?
Yeah, he strikes me as a weirdo.
Yeah. Like, in There Will Be Blood, he was very, very strange.
I would have beat the shit out of him with a bowling pin too.
Mm-hmm.
And drink his milkshake.
I would have definitely drank. I drink your milkshake. Have you seen 12 Years a Slave? Have you ever seen that movie?
God, no. I'm afraid. My white guilt hit a peak after
Oh, God,
Django
shut the
Unchained.
fuck up.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
I'm just tired of just all these movies. Like, yeah, white people are terrible. I'm like, oh, okay, I know.
Well, what can you
Yeah,
do?
I mean, horrendous things were done. I didn't do them. Like, I put shopping carts back when I'm supposed to. Okay, I'm trying to be a good person.
Sometimes I like, if there's like a stray shopping cart by my truck, I put that one back too.
I did the other day. I put 2 carts back. Took 1 cart, put 2 back.
Well, I used to
So,
have a job
you know.
of when that was my job, was to get to wrangle up shopping carts. I was like a shopping cart cowboy. You could say that. And I would see one all the way
Use
across.
that cowboy term very loosely. Were you lassoing shopping carts?
Got one.
Yeah. We got a Ralph Philly over there.
Today we got to round up all these shopping carts. Yeah.
They're like, why do you talk like that?
I would see one like way farthest in the parking lot in like some bushes. I'd be like, these motherfuckers. And of course it'd be raining. I'm like, And they're like, well, I'm not putting this shopping cart back. It's raining. And I'm like, well, why'd you park all the way the fuck over there? Anyways.
I think it's people that take the bus.
They steal the shopping carts and just leave them. But
Well,
no,
they carry it to they push it to the bus stop and then they take their groceries on the bus.
Whatever. They're jerks. Anyways,
Because they're poor?
look, that
All
movie.
poor people are jerks to you?
Yeah, especially poor people. Fucking hate them.
Yeah. Asking for money.
Oh, tell me about
Play
it.
me, like, I'll play you a song and just give me some money.
No,
No one likes your bucket drums, man.
no, false. At least they're doing something. Oh, that's fucking entertaining. Here's a buck. I will give them money because they're working for it. The people that just sit there and fucking come up with bullshit stories like, oh, I'm a veteran. Like, sure you are. I don't believe you. All right, the worst
Yeah, I'm
are
pretty
the,
cynical about it, too.
the worst are the people that drag their kids or somebody's kids out there to be part of their fucking scam. It's like,
Dude,
I'd be
driving through Philly and they got a sign saying, I need money, this and that and that. And then they stop to just like check their smartphone. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, like you can't eat, but you got 5G? Fuck you.
They're like, hold on, let me send this tweet first. Okay, thanks for your dollar.
Or they're asking for money out of the Wawa I came out of that's hiring. I'm like, go in there.
Wawa is a store for California people that don't know, where you can get everything you want. You can get gas and bread and milk all in the same place. And
and they have bathrooms.
Yeah, that they let you use without having to pay a quarter or find a key or. But anyways, no, that movie 12 Years a Slave is a pretty good movie. It's fucked up, but it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I'm tired of feeling guilty about being white.
Well,
so
that guy. Well, you shouldn't feel guilty, you stupid asshole. That's your fucking fault. The guy that plays the Riddler
kind of
is in that movie, and
the new Batman, right?
Yeah, and he like works on a plantation or whatever, and he's just terrible to these slaves. And he has a whole song full of racial slurs that he sings. It's so fucked up. So fucked up.
Dude, do you remember American History X when the big dude is like driving his van and he's singing like these hateful songs?
Ethan, what's
I'm like,
Ethan
what band
Supple?
writes that shit?
It's
He's
an
one
actual.
of the best, man. Because My Name Is Earl is one of the best shows ever.
Have you seen him now? He's fucking jacked.
Yeah, I saw like some Twitter posts. Yeah, he just went all roided up or something.
No, he just lost a fucking ton of weight because he's tired of being such a fat fuck.
Well, good for him. Because remember the Titans? I was like, this is his last movie.
He's a goner.
Yeah, it's like how do they find football uniforms for your size?
He was so fucking fat. It was so gross. It's still pretty gross
too.
He's still pretty gross because he's got like a bunch of
I don't think he could find
flabby skin.
He can't find the right body shape.
He's like,
I can't help but be gross.
He's pretty fit, but it's like from being so fat, your skin stretches out and it doesn't just go back to normal. So it's still pretty gross.
Well, maybe he could play Clayman in the next Batman.
Definitely. They could mold him into they could just mold him into whatever they want. Like, let's make you.
Yeah. They're like, hey, special effects artists, hit the bricks. We got this.
But I would suggest you definitely go see the Batman movie. It's pretty fucking good.
I want to. I don't go to movie theaters anymore.
I wasn't happy about it. It sucked. You got to say it sucked.
Yeah.
But
I watched the movie today. I talked my stepson out of going to a movie theater. I was like, we're watching it at home. We're watching a movie at home. He's like, I want to go see a movie in the movie theater. And I was like, there's nothing out.
There's like, no, not Batman.
Well, no, he didn't want to see Batman.
What's wrong with him?
All right, other than that.
What's wrong with him?
Well, I told him how dark it is. Because that's how I've heard. It's like, I don't know, like pretty dark, I guess. I don't know.
It's nothing different than the Batmans they've just come out with.
What do you mean just come out with?
The last three.
Christian Bale ones?
Yeah. It's not like...
Well,
it's still rated PG-13.
Exactly watch them.
Yeah, but
well, they
Saw.
do that
But he can watch Saw. All the Saw movies are okay. And they're not dark or horrific. I won't even watch those.
I might have forced him through the last couple. I'm like, we gotta finish them.
He's like throwing up. He's like, you watch this movie.
Please make it stop. Yeah. And I'm like, don't you take your eyes off that screen.
You could have went and saw Spider-Man.
You watch it. Is that now? It's not still out in the theaters around here.
No, it's just in limbo.
Yeah, it's like we could go see Uncharted, like Spider-Man not being Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's a pass. That's a pass.
Yeah, video game movies are always a pass.
Is that a video game?
Been a good. Yeah. I
don't
think they have
know.
like 5 of them.
Kind of like Resident Evil. Kind of like those movies.
I like them for how terrible they are, and they got so far off the actual game.
I don't know anything about the
Like-
game, so to me it's all relevant. I'm like,
The
yeah.
The woman that plays the main person, she's in the first game, and that's it.
Does she have superpowers? Because then she starts getting superpowers.
No, she doesn't have superpowers. It's so stupid.
She does now. I was like,
They
okay.
never. Yeah, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
And they don't explain it either. They're just like, now she could do this. Now she shoots fireballs.
Yeah.
Action. Like they just made it up on the spot.
It's like Resident Evil meets Street Fighter. Go! Hadouken!
Well, I don't know. When they come out, I'm like, oh, I'm watching that. And I do. The last one wasn't too bad.
What was the last one?
They just came out
Is that
with
the
a-
one that's like on Netflix or something?
Is it on that? No, I don't think
Oh,
it's
no,
on
it's a-
Netflix.
No, I saw it. Yeah, I saw, but I don't know. I might give it a shot. I'm still trying to like get through The Walking Dead
Why do you still watch that shit?
because I gotta see it to the end. It's the same old shit, but I gotta see it to the end.
I gave up. Actually, I'm not that far behind, to be honest with you.
Well, I gave up, and then when I started working from home, I'm like, all right, let's turn it on. And then I'm like, all right, we're in it now.
It's just
Don't you
like,
quit on me.
I hope they just end it already. Just end it. For the love of
Yeah,
God.
I'm tired.
End
It's the
it.
same stupid formula.
I'm tired of, I'm like, I watch it knowing that after every episode, I'm like, that's fucking stupid. And then I keep watching it. Every episode, I'm like, what a waste of goddamn time. I don't care about anybody's backstory, or I don't care about like they're like, oh, now it's now they figured out how to waste time. Lazy writing. It's such stupid bullshit. So like, introduce
a lot
a new
of the
character.
seasons where a lot of the seasons you would get to the end and it's like, well, you're back where you started. So what even happened in that season? Like you just got right around to where you were before. Like nothing happened. It's like, oh, let's go find another group that hates us.
It's fucking stupid. But yeah, I'll probably finish. I got nothing better to do.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about like a zombie apocalypse. And he's like, "No, I want to die right away." He's like, "I don't want to be a part of this."
Who?
Like if Anthony Jeselnik,
Oh, that fucking guy.
he's like, he's like, there's no way I want to survive in that sort of world. He's like, I wish they would just take me right away.
Well, good news for him. He probably would die right away. He doesn't look like the survivor type. I watched. I just today watched.
Know what that means?
He looks like a puss.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Like you. He's like you. Probably don't know how to handle himself in an altercation.
I feel like you're out of breath from just clenching your fists.
It was from drinking coffee. I drink coffee.
Yeah, true.
I drink coffee and smoke with the same breath. And then I'm like... One of my friends said, on your podcast, all I can hear is you breathing. I was like, oh, man. I was like, oh, that doesn't
Yeah,
make
the last one it was pretty bad.
that doesn't make me feel good about myself. So to cope with that today, I've been eating pizza all day.
Like how much pizza?
Like 5 slices.
Okay, that's more than half.
And a cheesecake. A slice of a
Jesus
cheesecake.
Christ, man.
A slice of a cheesecake. It was
It
left
doesn't
over.
make it better.
It was left over from Saturday night fights.
Well, how much did you eat on Saturday?
I don't want to talk about that.
I bet.
too much. He was like, I can't believe you ate all that. And I was like, I don't feel good about it. I was like, wow. Leave me alone for
Look,
a while.
what happened, happened.
Let's never bring it up again. Earlier today, I was looking through.
We did.
What?
I was going to say, did somebody watch you eat all this?
Well, my friend came over to watch the fights. So we were watching them.
Did you at least share some of the cheesecake with him?
Yeah. Well, here's what happened, all right? Friday night, I was like, man, I want something sweet. I was like, what? I don't have anything in my house because I don't keep it here for obvious reasons. I'm like, no, just if I don't have it, I won't eat it.
We've all seen.
So I was like, I'm going to order.
Sorry, kids, no candy left.
I got to order some cheesecake, and have someone deliver it to me because I'm not going anywhere. So an hour
You're
later,
like the person that's like sits. You're the person that sits on the throne that has like a leaves waved in front of them. You're like, bring me my cheesecake.
grapes.
Yeah.
How about Cheetos or Cheez-Its?
Yeah.
I would be getting fed Cheez-Its.
Ain't you guys heard of Doritos?
Well, anyways, an hour later, my cheesecake arrives. And the woman hands it to me. And the receipt, written on the receipt, stapled to the bag, clearly says Laura W. And I was like, hey, I ain't fucking Laura W. Like, this is not what I ordered. And she's looking at me weird. I'm like... And then I realized she doesn't fucking speak English. So I was like, whatever. I text... So I'm like... Texting her.
We no Yama Laura.
No, she was like... I don't know. She was a Ukrainian refugee or something. I don't know. She sounded like from over that part.
There's a lot of those these days.
Yeah, apparently. How'd she get here so fast?
Yeah.
But, so I'm on the, messaging with DoorDash. Like, hey, like, my shit's wrong, and it took forever. And they're like, well, we can give you some credits. I'm like, no, I want my money back. And they're like, well, that'll take 5 to 7 business days. And I was like, well, that's bullshit because I don't pay you in 5 to 7 business days. Anyways, I gave in. I said, give me the credits.
I'm sure that went over well.
Yeah, it didn't. I did not win. Let's say that. But and I kind of did win because I got 2 free pieces of cheesecake. One was a Reese's Pieces cheesecake, which I did not eat, and one was an Oreo cheesecake, which I tried to eat, and it was like, this is not good. I don't like it. I got like a quarter way through it and threw it away. I was like, I don't fucking want that.
So what kind of cheesecake do you like?
Strawberry. Just regular cheesecake with a strawberry on it and some strawberry sauce. So, yeah, but I still wanted cheesecake. And my friend was like, that's what you fucking get for not waiting until Saturday night when I come over and watch the fights. And I was like, fuck you.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well, we usually get snacks.
You should have open hand smacked him.
Well, when he comes over, we usually gorge on junk food, and we're like, let's get something to eat, and then what's for dessert? And it's a whole mess. He knows now too, but like, well, what are we going to have for what's the main event?
I love that.
Yeah. So
main event is heart attack.
Yeah. So anyways, I was like, I got a Reese's cheesecake for you over here. So he got to eat that.
Did he at least like it?
I guess. I don't know. He ate it.
Did he eat it?
Yeah, he ate it all. It took
of
him
it?
a while. But he did it. I was like, if you don't want it,
Nobody
throw it
should
away.
eat a whole cheesecake.
It's not a whole. It's just a slice of a cheesecake. It's not a whole cheesecake. You only get them by the slice.
Well, that's good. 'Cause I feel like you're just killing people off
But
through diabetes.
I was like, you eat that whole cheesecake before you leave.
Yeah, yeah.
But it reminds me of earlier today, I was looking through YouTube and I saw a video of Anthony Jeselnik roasting Roseanne. And I was like, well, let me watch this. It was 6 minutes. And it was pretty fucking funny. He was like, one thing he said, he was like, Roseanne, a lot of men have been getting rich off of you. Tom Arnold, Dan Aykroyd. No, not Dan Aykroyd. What's that fucking guy's name?
John Goodman.
John Goodman. And he said, and the guy who owns the Cheesecake Factory. I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Pretty, like, ruthless.
It was great. He was fucking great. He was funny. I was like laughing out loud when I'm laughing out loud. I don't usually laugh out loud at things. Except for this show, because I'm hilarious.
So let me tell you, I had the kid watching, me and him watched Dumb and Dumber, like just before this, and him and I were laughing so loud we chased the rest of the people off the first floor. Like they had to go to different floors to do what they were doing because we were laughing so loud.
Good.
And that movie still holds up. That is one of the funniest fucking movies ever.
It is. It definitely is.
Harry, your hands are freezing.
He's never seen it before?
Of course not, man. It was from like the 90s.
Well, then you got lots to catch him up on.
Well, I knew he would like it. The other day he was saying, hey, I want to watch something that's funny. And I was like, I think I got you. And he loved it more than I did.
There's a ton of that funny. You got every, like, you know, Waterboy, all those type of movies. Tommy Boy.
I didn't think of that.
What about Tommy Boy?
It might be he might have to be a little bit older for that.
For
but
what?
I knew Dumb and Dumber had this stupid humor that he would enjoy.
For Tommy Boy? I don't get it.
Yeah, because you think about it. It's not it is funny, but you kind of have to think about it funny. Versus Dumb and Dumber, it's just stupid humor. Like when they start spending that money,
because they're just so stupid. They're just so fucking stupid. You're just like, what? How are they so dumb?
And I think, dude, we ended up catching the director's cut because there were so many scenes I had never seen before. The part where Harry is like shitting in the toilet, he picks the toilet up and starts dumping it out the window.
It doesn't work that
I'm
way.
like, why did they take it out? Like, I had never seen that scene before ever. And comment me if I'm wrong, but I do not remember that. Like, he has a whole fucking toilet just dumping it out the window.
No, I've never seen that. Because that's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm not wrong, right?
Did it all come out the bottom? Or no?
No, he just, like, yeah. And you're right, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Oh, man. That's probably why they took that scene out of the movie. But I would have liked to see that. Yeah, but
it was hilarious.
Yeah.
There were so many scenes in like that I caught. I was like, this did not happen in the original, but why did they leave it out? Because it's so funny.
Well, I gave you, it was like watching a new movie for you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It was good. And then I laughed so hard that I chased everybody away.
Good. Chase them away.
Yeah, everyone's like, you guys are laughing so loud. I'm like, well, don't ruin my enjoyment, okay? I'm happy, okay?
Watch a sad movie.
Yeah. They're like, would you prefer it if I'm crying?
You're crying too loud. Cry in silence.
Can't do anything too loud, I guess. Like, motion is dead here.
Keep it down. Was this yesterday? Yeah. No, this was today.
No, this was like 2 hours ago.
People don't like noise on Sundays.
Well, whatever.
whatever.
What do you think all them goddamn church bells are about?
That Batman movie's 3 hours long.
Oh man, that's like the Lord of the Rings.
And apparently there's a 4-hour version of it too. That will probably
I'd watch that.
It'll probably be released later.
Well, when that Zack Snyder Justice League movie came out, I watched that. That was really good.
It was fucking
Like,
great.
fuck it, I'll watch it.
It was the original one that they ruined was so stupid. I was like, this movie sucks. And then his 4-hour version came out. I was like, that was much better. I just couldn't believe it. It's like they ruined that guy's movie.
And the fact that like it was like broken up in parts, so it was like if I didn't have the 4 hours to just sit and watch it, I could just take a break.
Not
so
me.
It almost like chapter.
I
watched it all.
Yeah, I sat for 4 hours. I was like, well, not doing shit today.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. My wife was like, "Come join your family." I'm like, "Never."
Movie's not over yet. Oh man.
It's like, this family means more to me than you.
I'd rather
You know
be
what the Flash has been through.
Justice League is my family now.
Yeah, right. DC forever.
Jeez. But apparently they're going to do a whole bunch of HBO spin-off series from this, and
That's stupid.
you won't get another Batman movie for like 3 to 4 years. It's like, well, we'll all be dead by then.
Yep. End of the world. World War III. Going to bang it out.
Pretty much. If you're so interested, there is a if we switch gears for a moment, if you're so interested, if we switch gears for a moment,
Gears.
there's a website that you can go to called nuclearwarsurvivalskills.com where you can read up
scam?
skills. Nuclear War
okay.
Survival Skills.com. And you can there's a guy who wrote a book.
I don't think there's any skills to surviving a nuclear war. Like it's like how are you gonna fight a mushroom cloud?
Actually, it's pretty survivable. Given,
Yeah, maybe if you're deep underground, because otherwise radiation is going to win.
Yeah, but it doesn't kill you right away.
Yeah, and your shit falls out. All your shit falls out.
It's like, oh my shit!
Well, like your hair and teeth too.
Your shit falls out. It's just like a broken water main.
Yeah. Oh, I'm lighter. Oh, also my teeth.
No, but for you guys that are close to like New York and DC, you're probably in trouble.
Yeah, there's like a map of like best spots for another place to attack if they were at war with us, and I am in like ground zero.
Remember back? Well,
So
we weren't alive back then, but like back in like the 50s, was it when they were like worried about it, and they were like, duck and cover under your desk, and they're like, what the fuck is that gonna do? Like, you're done. Doesn't matter. Like, you're fucking done.
yeah,
And they've spent all this time to like,
you just
people are outside and they're like,
Lord and Savior.
yeah, roll up into a ball. It's like, that's the way you want to die? Curled up in a frightened ball?
Yeah. I'd be punching the person I like least in my vicinity.
At that point, it's like whoever's next to you. That's who you're punching. But you can download a free
I'm like,
PDF.
I'm sorry.
There's a whole book here you can download that'll teach you how to survive nuclear war for free. Or you can actually buy the book if you want to.
Yeah, it's called Dig a Hole and Put Yourself in It. Boom, summed
Yeah,
up the
but
book.
if you're outside of the blast radius of but the radiation clings to like dust particles, which could travel. You got to like seal up your house.
Oh, so maybe you have to might wear a mask or something?
A legit mask. It's if they're like, there's radiation, everyone get your fucking cloth masks off your floor of your car to protect yourself. Oh,
Yeah, right. Dude, as long as I stay long enough to get to the zombie part, then I'm good.
I mean, it's just a giant hoax.
What white racist did you pull that from?
everyone's racist, right? Especially you.
No, well, it sounded like a televangelist. Yeah, that.
Have you watched Righteous Gemstones?
Fuck yeah. That's just awesome.
Did you see the
Anything
second?
with Danny McBride.
Did you watch the second season?
Yeah, I finished it.
I haven't started it yet. I keep forgetting.
Well, I'm so impressed that Danny McBride can write so many things and play the same character every time. Like
Right.
we just watched. I showed the wife. What was it? This Is the End. And he makes that movie, man.
Such
He's
a
the
great
best part of that movie.
Absolutely. Such a great movie. Even though
They come downstairs and he's just initially there and he's like, "Oh, don't tell me no James Franco didn't suck some dick."
even though I hate Seth Rogen anymore. I just can't stand him.
I never liked him. He's just he's not funny. I don't understand the appeal. Like he does good things. Like he makes good movies or not movies, but whatever. He writes good movies, but he's as a lead actor, he sucks.
Oh, it's the worst.
And that fucking laugh is the worst.
He's pretty bad.
It's like, I'm like, all right, Santa Claus, give it a rest.
His voice is annoying.
Agreed.
You think of all the movies that he was in that were good, it weren't because of him. Like Knocked Up, Paul Rudd, all the way. He was the greatest in that movie.
Well, also, what's his name? Jason Segel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
was
whole,
good in it.
all his roommates were pretty great. That whole house
and,
was pretty.
well, fucking Jonah Hill, man. Yeah. When they were trying to make that stupid website.
What was the other? Pineapple Express. That was James Franco.
that was all James Franco.
Yeah.
That was all him.
I think that was the best role he's ever
And then
played.
Craig Robinson and then Danny Pride. Like, they were the funniest parts of that movie.
See this? No hair under here. So it makes it more aerodynamic when I fight. It was great.
Wait, who said that?
Danny McBride. He's like, he lifting up his arms. He's like,
Dude.
see that? No hair under there.
That dude is insane.
It was great.
He's so funny, man.
It was great. It was pretty
I
great.
listened to him on Kevin Hart's podcast, and he's just like, and Kevin Hart is asking him, he's like, "How is it you always find the asshole character?" And he's like, "Because I love playing that role." He's like, "There's something appealing about it that I love being an asshole."
Yeah, that's
It's like, but you're so good at it. Like, how can you not be that in real life? Because it seems so natural.
maybe that's just who he is.
Yeah, how do you write that shit? Yeah, because on Righteous Gemstones, he's just like such a prick, like even to his own family.
I gotta watch season 2. What have I been doing?
Nothing.
Been working a lot.
Get it together. Nobody wants to hear that. So
Yeah, nobody cares.
we need to hear stuff you are interesting to talk about.
You want to hear about the comments from last week's episode?
Yeah, let's get into that.
All right. Here we go. So,
I guess nobody's slapping women, huh? That was like, how many episodes ago was that?
yeah, nobody commented on it. What would you rather do? Oh, jerks.
You're all chicken shit.
Yeah, you heard it from him. You're all a bunch of chicken shits. I wrote a comment for last week's episode. I don't know why I can't see it. Anyways, nobody cares.
Well, I'm not helping because anytime I see a comment, I antagonize that person.
You
Like,
respond.
I go right at them. Yeah. See? So, come at me, bro. Write a comment and I'll come back at you.
Mike Ski says, I was searching for a nice Sunday brunch quiche recipe and somehow end upon this podcast. YouTube really needs to update their algorithm. And someone replied to his comment, a guy named Aaron, says their algorithm is perfect. You're in the right place. Go to the store and buy that shit. Baking is for suckers. Weren't you just talking about doing all the cooking for your house?
Yeah, well, I can cook. That asshole can't.
Yeah, if you're looking to bake quiche. Well, I don't know. Quiche looks like it'd be nice to bake.
I kind of want to say something about that, but I'm going to hold back.
Well, this Mike commented on last week's episode as well, so I don't think that's true.
Wait, what I said?
Jonathan Greer says, your neighbors hate you for turning off the water for the whole building. Because I guess last week I was talking about I don't talk to the neighbors. I was running a water line from my sink to the fridge, and I had to change out an angle stop underneath the sink. So I went into my back patio, and there's a valve to shut off the water. And I thought it only shut off the water to my apartment, so I turned it off. And I took the angle stop off under the kitchen sink, and I took it with me, and I went to Home Depot. When I got back from Home Depot, the water department was here. So many people were running around like, why isn't the water working? I was like, oh, shit. So I turned the water off for everyone.
You said in the beginning a water line from the fridge to the sink?
Yes.
The fridge shouldn't have a water line.
Why not?
Well, I guess if it has like an automatic ice maker.
Yeah. How do you
But
get your
that
ice
should
cubes?
control all the water.
How do you get
It
ice
shouldn't
cubes?
control all the water.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you're the one who did it, so I'm not in the wrong.
I had to run
Quit
a
shutting off
water.
everybody's water.
I had to run a line to my fridge so my fridge could make ice cubes and have water. Right? So it comes from under the sink is where the water comes from.
Well, good thing that if you can't have ice cubes, no one gets water.
Pretty much. And the fact is that filter is so old in there now, and I haven't changed it that I don't even use it.
Ew, that's gross, man.
Yeah, I don't use it at all.
You might as well drink out of the toilet.
I just buy plastic bottles and then I throw these in the garbage. Doing my part.
You should throw them at traffic.
There's plenty of that. Nah, I don't want to get in trouble. That sounds like a lot of effort. I don't want to do that. Well, those were last week's comments, so keep them coming, please. You know what I mean? At least they're commenting on our show. Not like the rest of you fucking jerks.
Yeah. Don't be lazy. Leave something. We'll bring it up.
Sounds like there's a lot of lazy people. 31 views and 2 comments. One was you. I posted the link
Oh yeah.
to Kung Fury, but no one seemed to wanted to watch it. So I know you people aren't busy. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe everyone's actually going out now that the whole COVID hoax is coming to an end. Happy
they're
day.
lifting up the.
I know, even L.A. County of all godforsaken places. I was like, what? I imagine New York is probably still pretty crazy because that place is the worst.
Agreed. Like that's the most disease-riddled place ever. I'd just wear a mask even if there wasn't COVID.
Oh, the
Yo,
whole
it's
hazmat suit. You'd need like a whole hazmat suit to just, I hate, so dirty. So dirty and disgusting. Oh.
Yeah. If I left that place, I would just set myself on fire.
I don't know why anyone
Like,
would
this
want
will
to
kill
live
all
there.
the germs.
Ugh. I hate it there so much. The subway is like a moving porta potty. It just stinks like piss. It's gross. It's so gross. And you're like, it's all shaking, and you're like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a moving shit train.
It is. It is. I told you about that video. The guy laying on the bench, and he just, just starts pissing. Like, takes it out and just starts pissing on the ground while he's laying the whole time.
Why not? Yeah, right?
I don't know. I've never peed while laying down. It sounds sounds amazing. What do you mean? You have to get up?
That sounds so complicated.
It does. It's like, I mean, I guess if you don't care where you're pissing, you know what I mean? You're like, I don't care if it gets on me. I don't care what it gets on. Then, it's pretty easy to do.
I've pissed in a lot of places, but I was usually standing for the most of them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know.
and it was somewhere intentional. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this is where this is supposed to go.
Or if, it's not supposed to go there, but I'm doing it and peeing. I got pee. I'm peeing.
I've never pissed somewhere to where and it was going to be like, oh yeah, someone's going to step in or sit in that.
Yeah, I don't know. How many St. Patrick's Day parades have you been to? You're telling me you waited in that line?
You know that, like, that alleyway is not for walking. It's for pissing.
Why is anyone standing near the buildings in this alleyway?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, this is your first time, huh?
Oh, man. Yeah. Like, you don't walk between cars there. You don't go in alleyways. Unless you got to pee.
It's the same with football games or baseball games. It's like, don't walk between cars. It's like, find your car and like find the most direct route.
What's
That's
with the
not in between because there's piss in there.
What's with like the giant like trough type thing where everyone gets to just stand next to each other and take your fucking and just pee together? Like, why do they do that?
What are you talking about? Like at stadiums and stuff?
Yeah, or like, didn't they have that? I haven't been to St. Patty's Day parade in a long time, but I remember they used to have that there too. Just a big open area.
There's an actual porta potty. Yeah, where it's like almost a garage of a porta potty, and it's just a trough that you.
Yeah, everyone stand around and pee together. I'm like, I'm good on that. I'd rather go pee in the alley.
To each your own.
To each their own.
But I've done it. Like, I've been in one of those things. So.
I mean, yeah, of course, but it's not my preferred place to urinate. But anyways,
well, I mean, when in Rome.
At one point, you're so goddamn drunk, nothing matters. I'm sorry, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'm just like peeing in my own mouth. I'm like, yeah.
What's the matter with you?
I forgot how to do this.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. How many Shamrock Shakes have you had?
None.
What's wrong with you?
I don't have the time, man.
So you're only here for a limited
I
time.
don't like I don't even like McDonald's.
I fucking hate McDonald's. I never eat McDonald's ever, except for March, and I won't even go there. I make someone get it for me.
Their French fries are pretty awesome.
I don't eat that. One time, I was renting a room for this guy years ago, right? And the outlets in the house were like all messed up. So I was like, I'm going to change the plugs and stuff. And I took one apart, and someone had stuffed French fries behind it. And I was like, there's a bunch of French fries behind it. I don't know. I was like, there's a bunch of French fries behind this outlet. And I got to tell you, I don't know how long they've been there, but they looked just the same as they do when you pick them up from McDonald's. Looked exactly the same.
Hey, you know what you do in that situation?
You eat
You
them.
seize the day and you try one. Yeah.
Taste the same. Well, I was hungry. What am I going to do? Pass up free food? Obviously,
Yeah.
they left
It's
them
like,
there.
Hey, lunch break is here.
No, but who takes an outlet out of the wall, stuffs French fries in there, and then puts it back?
I don't think I've ever been to a fast food restaurant where the French fries made it back to the house. Like you go to pick them up, you get your meal, and then the French fries are in the bag. Never make it to the house. By the time I'm back at the house, French fries gone.
Especially if there's someone else's French fries. You eat them first. And that way, when you get back to the house, you still have yours.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, I guess I forgot a French fry. We'll split this one.
Or if someone else is eating your fries, and you're like, no, don't eat those. They're for behind the outlets.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are for me.
For later. We better hide them.
Yeah.
Where's my screwdriver? It was fucking weird, man. It was fucking weird.
So many steps to hide a French fry.
I know. You got to take the plate off and then the outlet out and not shock yourself because of the wires. And then you got to jam French fries in there and then put it all back. So I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
At what point are they thinking that they're going to go back to them? They're like, oh yeah, I got it back there. My spare fries.
And the guy whose
I'll come
house,
back for you.
the guy who's living there, he was like, oh man, I got kids. And I'm like, no fucking kids did this, man. Kids don't take outlets out of the wall. You're telling me your little fucking 5-year-old kid grabbed a screwdriver and was like, I'm taking this outlet out. You need 2 different screwdrivers, a flathead and a Phillips. I doubt it.
That kid would have been shocked and dead.
Well, not dead, but
with a bag of French fries.
you walk in the room, see him laying on the ground, charred and with fries, and you're like, "What the fuck happened here?"
He's trying to hide French fries, isn't he?
Again?
Yeah. We talked about this.
It's terrible. Terrible. But anyways,
Yeah, that was no kid. That was definitely an adult.
yeah, for sure. It's like it's the weirdest, one of the weirdest things that I've seen. I've seen some pretty weird things. Pretty weird things. Anyways, I don't know what to do with myself on Sundays without football, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't even know what I did today. I don't usually do on Sundays. I went to the grocery store.
I took like a 3.5 hour nap today. It was like noon. I was like, I'm kind of tired, and I was just laying on the couch, and next thing you know, I woke up, and it's like 3:45. I was like, whoa.
But also then what?
I just feel miserable. Just miserable.
Yeah, I watched a movie, and it was one of my favorite movies, and I was like, all right, now what?
I tried to see if the Jackass Forever movie was up, and I went to it, and I saw the link, so I pressed it, and it started playing.
I'm checking every day.
Well, it started playing, and it was this movie, King Richard, about Venus and Serena Williams. So I was like,
Will
well,
Smith, yeah.
yeah, I was like, well, fuck it, I'm here. This is what's happening, and I watched that movie. Watched the whole thing.
Fuck is wrong with you?
It was I guess this was meant to be, man. I don't know. It's like, whatever. I guess I'm watching this movie then.
Oh my god, that's like the epitome of laziness.
It's like, where's the remote? Okay. I guess I'll. And I did. I watched that whole movie. It wasn't bad. I've watched worse movies.
Well, yeah, it's Oscar nominated, so
It wasn't a bad movie.
it's a movie about tennis. Okay?
Yeah. I could. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Punisher's
I
in
can
it.
say that, and I will say that.
The Punisher's in it.
Yeah, but not doing what he does.
No. He's like,
Hey, you're a great tennis coach.
he talks like such. You know, when you watch black comedians and they talk in like white guy voice, and they're like making fun of white people. That's how he
he's doing
talks.
that.
That's how he talks in the movie. He's like, well, gee golly, like let's get tennis rackets out. That's like, okay.
Dadgummit. They're great.
I mean, I've seen worse movies.
What is the worst movie you've ever seen?
I'd rather watch Venus and Serena Williams tennis movie than Quentin Tarantino's fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie.
That movie wasn't that bad.
It was fucking
I like
boring
the
as
part where he
shit.
fucked up. Well, how
You
about
mean
the part where he
that
fucked up
part
Bruce
at
Lee?
the part at the very end? Oh no, when he beat up Bruce Lee. Yeah, that was bullshit. No one's beating up Bruce Lee. That movie sucked so bad. It was so boring. So boring.
It was pretty long too.
It was so like, let's make the longest, most boring movie ever with like the two great actors he ruined Brad Pitt's good movie streak. There's
What
never
did he have before that?
he's never been in a bad movie before that. Name one besides that one. Name one bad Brad Pitt movie.
Trying to think.
Yeah, so I stand right.
Well, obviously, I can't come up with all the movies right now. If I could look it up.
If you did name one, it would probably be one that you've never seen, and then I'd say go watch it. If he hasn't
Why?
been in a bad one,
If it's bad, why would I watch it?
because you would be like, well, fuck, this was actually not that bad. This wasn't even a bad movie.
Well, what about the one where he's like an astronaut or something?
With Tommy Lee Jones, you didn't like that?
I did. I never saw it.
Yeah, exactly. My fucking point. It wasn't. I was entertained throughout that movie. I feel like the job of
I
movie.
forgot he's in Deadpool. He's in Deadpool too.
He's the invisible guy, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, fucking Fury was good.
Yeah.
And then he's in 12 Years a Slave too.
He produced that movie.
Oh, World War Z. World War Z was shit. I don't know why people like that.
It wasn't. I didn't think it was shit. But then I found out about the books and how they ruined, like how much better they could have made that movie.
Yeah, I read the book before the movie, and the book was awesome.
They should make a TV show out of that based on the book. But they just, I don't know, since they're in the business of ruining books for movies now, the new Lord of the Rings bullshit. But anyways, they'll probably just fuck it up.
They should have left that alone, man. Peter Jackson did it all right. Like, why are you trying to do more on that?
They got to gay it
They
up.
did the Lord of the Rings. They did the Hobbit. Okay, whatever. Leave it alone. You fucked it up now.
Yeah, well, that's what they do, I guess. Yeah, I mean, World War Z wasn't terrible. Sit down with the wife and watch 12 Years a Slave. Not with the kids, though.
Nah, they need to see it.
No. There's a lot of N-words thrown around in there. A lot of N-words.
Yeah, they don't hear it. They don't hear them enough. He's like,
This is what you
what
need.
people used to say.
This is what you need not to say. I mean, watch this movie. Everything said in this movie,
Yeah.
don't repeat it.
just remember how good you got it.
But it's based on true story. It's based on the book that the guy wrote, which was just like, fuck. It's so shitty what happened to this guy. It sucks.
The slave, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the worst thing that could almost happen to you. Like, he was a free man living in the North, and they kidnapped him, took him to the South, and he became a slave for 12 years.
So you're saying he was 12 years a slave, huh?
Yeah. Yep. I think they should. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the movies with that they say the title in the actual movie. And I was 12 years.
No, that was
a slave.
that was the Family Guy joke. He's like, when they say the title of the thing, he's like, because I'm a family guy. Like, ah!
Oh man. But yeah, that wasn't a bad movie. It was bad, but it was like
Yeah, because
watchable.
it's bad because you felt bad about it, but it was a good movie.
Yeah. It's like kind of hard to explain. Like, oh, that was a great movie. It has a happy ending. Did I ruin it for you? He finally dies, and you're like, thank God he don't have to be a slave no more. They whip him to death. They whipped him to death. You know,
I wouldn't call that a happy ending.
I guess that's better than being a slave. You know? Yeah. Now you're just dead. From whippings. No, that's not what happens. At all.
Jesus, man.
It's part of history, isn't it? It's terrible history, but it's history.
Yeah, like the darkest part of history.
No, I'm pretty sure all the Jews getting killed was pretty bad too. You know what I mean? Look, there was never any
on what
like.
side you're on.
You're fucking giving me shit. Depends on what side you're on. I mean, if you hated Jews, it was a good thing. But if you know what I mean?
Have you ever met a Jew?
They call them Nazis. You know what I mean? But there was no part of history that's like good. You know what I mean? There wasn't a lot of good going on in history. There was a lot of, you know what I mean? Didn't they have...
Well, there were advancements. like Industrial Revolution and all that shit. But yeah, obviously, like the world wars were terrible.
I'm talking about even before then. Didn't they have a war that they called the 100 Years' War? Remember that? No, you don't. I mean, we weren't around, but it depended on...
How would I remember that if I was around?
I do remember. It took forever.
So what's forever to you?
100 years.
Like give or take 100? Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's even if that shit's true. Who knows what's true and what's not? Who fucking knows? It's like people that like talk about the Bible all the time. I do what the Bible says because that's what Jesus said. I was like, Jesus didn't write that, right? Like, it was written by a guy.
Not at all. Yeah.
Like, he was like, yeah.
He's
yeah.
paraphrasing Jesus.
He's like, I'm going to, let me write this new book.
But-
Who should
but
my main...
What he meant was,
Yeah, I
he said,
knew.
love your neighbor, but
Yeah, I knew Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to write a book about it.
yeah. He was a clever fella.
I remember this one time. Yeah, it's fucking, it's people's interpretation of something, whatever the spin that they want to put on it. Not buying it.
It's like he's walking on water. Are you sure it was like surfboarding or something?
It was like a puddle. And they're like,
Yeah.
he's like, what? He walks over to everybody, over a puddle. They're like, he's like, what, everyone?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, how come your sandals are so dry?
It's like, hey, what's everyone looking at?
It's like, I just got here. I shook them off. Did you not see me?
Who knows? Who knows? I wish I had a time machine to find out. I don't think there's
You
any...
would instantly die. Instantly die.
Why? Oh, fuck. I went
Because
back
like,
too far in time.
diseases and shit.
I went back too far in time. Fuck. Did you see my picture?
Kung Fury.
I immediately watched that movie that night that we talked about it. I was like, I better watch this.
A half-hour movie. It's hilarious.
It's the best half-hour movie you'll fucking watch.
It's so funny because when I showed it to the stepkid, the next day he's like, I looked up the David Hasselhoff music video. And he's like, I loved it.
It's great. Permit denied. You got a permit for those guns? Oh, I love it every movie. I love it. It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
They're coming out. That's why I showed it to them because they're coming out with a second one.
Oh, what are they waiting for? Hello, I need it in my life.
I don't think they care about you, to be honest.
Fucking jerks. Anyways,
Fuck.
fuck. So, leave us a comment, a like, a subscribe, all that stuff. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. But that's all for us.
Yeah.
See you later, everyone.
Participate, and he will definitely respond.
Yeah.
I'll write you my hate comments back.
Argue with the guy. That's all he wants. It's just an argument.
Just let the man argue.
He's a good boy. All right. See you later, everyone.
All he wants to do is argue.